The following podcast is a Lady K Enterprises production.
Lady K.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that is designed for all women to become better versions of themselves, which is broadcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various subjects will be speaked upon, such as relationships, personal development, health and wellness, wealth building, children, and so much more. She is a two-time Amazon best-selling author, an international speaker, and life coach. She is Kalima, aka Lady K. And now for your host, Lady K.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in into this episode of Commitment. And today, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do that today. We're going to make a commitment because you need to make a commitment to yourself, because when you make a commitment to yourself, then everything else can fall into line. But today I have help, and, we're going to talk to you. I have Miss Samara. Did I say that right? Samara Hill, aka Coach Sam.
Samara.
Samara, thank you for correcting me, because I stay butchering people there. I hate when they butcher my name, so I be like, please correct me, and I mean well. Please charge it to my head and not to my heart. But welcome today.
All right. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you inviting me on your platform.
I appreciate you accepting the invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you. And like I just said to my audience, we're gonna tackle on them today, because sometimes, those hard-headed people, they need to hear from people that been there, done that. They was hard-headed themselves and they did the transformation in their life. Do you agree, Samara?
Yes.
Yes.
So I read something today I want to share with you real quick before we dig in. And it rings true to commitment. But it says, the person that challenges you and holds you accountable loves you more than the person that watches you stay the same and settle for mediocrity.
Ooh, I love that.
Right?
Ooh, that gave me tingles as you read that. That is so true, though. And you know what's crazy, though? When you do try to talk to those people that you do love, they get so offensive. But you know what? That's just their defense mechanism. I realize that. And sometimes people are just not ready to hear the truth. But when you keep telling them the truth, eventually they might come around, some, and then others just don't, because they just don't want to be held accountable. So that is so true about being held accountable. And then the people that loves you, they're just trying to tell you what's best for you. But I understand sometimes too, it's all about the approach.
Right. And sometimes it's not even about the approach, right? Because
right.
Them and themselves, they're not at the point where they've had enough of their own BS, right?
Ooh, yes.
So they're not ready to receive what you have to offer. So it feels like an attack.
Right.
Almost. Instead of them realizing that you're only telling them this because you want them to grow. You want to see them flourish into the best version of themselves because you love them and you see their potential, right? So on their end, they feel like it's an attack, but you come from a space of love and you just want to see what's best for them.
Absolutely. That is so true. So now that we digged in, everybody, about commitment, we're actually talking about you being committed to your health and what is it going to take. Samara, can you please share your story on what it took for you that you knew that you had to get your health in order, and the commitment? What was that aha moment for you?
Well, let me tell you. Health and wellness, I was a kid that was very active. Dance, basketball. So it was always something that was a part of my lifestyle, right? But as we get older, we all say that, right? As a kid, you ran around, you had endless energy. But as you get older, you settle into what life deals you almost, right? So you forget that activity is what kept your youth. Right? Absolutely. So as I got older, my grandparents, specifically my grandmother, she died of the complications due to diabetes and high blood pressure. Now, for those that don't know, food is a direct correlation to how your body responds to you. Food is your fuel. So based on what you feed your body is based on how your body reacts, right? So people don't realize they're so caught up in genetics that these things are not part of your genetics. This is part of the food that you eat that has been passed down from generation to generation. So it's not the genetics. It's the same consumption of the same recipes, the same food, and your body's going to react the same. So therefore, it's not genetics. It's the food we eat that's giving us these complications, these health complications.
Right.
So as I watched my grandmother basically dissipate over a time span of 5 to 8 years to her final resting place, it took a toll on me. And I didn't realize at the time what toll it took on me until my aha moment of 2019. I had gained 65 pounds during a pregnancy with my daughter. She's now 5. That weight weighed on me because I didn't feel like myself, right? So I transitioned myself to a plant-based diet. I got rid of everything processed in my diet. I lost 50 pounds, but I was still stuck. Still stuck and uncomfortable because even though I lost 50 pounds, I was still heavy and I was still not myself. So in 2019, I had tried everything at that point, plant-based. My calorie intake was very low. I was not doing carbs. I was not doing gluten. I wasn't doing processed food. I was doing all fresh fruits and vegetables, but I wasn't intaking enough as a new plant-based sort of quote vegan. I was not taking enough nutrients. Right. And I didn't understand that part, right? I'm like, well, how else can I reduce I'm at a calorie deficit. What else can I do at this point, right? So we find ourselves stuck because we know some things work and we know what can work for our bodies, but we don't know exactly how to feed our bodies so our bodies respond. Right. And that's the difficult part. That's the difficult part because you can lose weight on a diet, but can you maintain that? Did you make a lifestyle change or did you just do a fast crash diet, lose the weight, and now you're going to gain it back? Now, I didn't gain the 50 pounds back, but I plateaued. Right. Because my body no longer could respond to that calorie deficit and it needed more nutrients because my energy levels were low, which if you talk to some vegans, they have that same issue because they don't know exactly what else to intake at that point or how much to intake. So weight loss comes with speeding up your metabolism, not necessarily a calorie deficit, but also speeding up your metabolism. So making sure you're eating every 2.5 to 3.5 hours so that your metabolism is stay going. It's like an engine to a car. It's got to keep revving, right?
That's so true.
Right. So in 2019, I made a lifestyle change. I decided to incorporate Herbalife nutrition into my diet, right? Because at that point, I had tried it all. I went to GNC, tried those shakes, went to Vitamin Shop, tried those shakes. None of them tasted good. Went to order the organic ones off a line, the plant-based ones, did wheatgrass, did celery juice, got a juicer, did all of this, right? But I was like, I can't do this for long term. This is not a lifestyle change. This is just a temporary adjustment to a situation.
Right.
So I was like, I can't commit to this long term. And so if I can't commit to this long term, how am I going to maintain my results? Or how am I going to get new results? Because your body is an endless project, right? You should never stop working on your body, just like you never stop working on the evolution of self, on your mind, on your education.
Absolutely.
You are an endless project.
Ooh, I like that. Endless projects. That's a dope one. I like that.
Don't be so stubborn to willing to stop learning, to willing to stop growing, to willing to stop manifesting,
right,
evolving, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So I said, well, I need new results. I'm still not happy where I am. I don't feel comfortable in my body. I don't feel comfortable in my clothes. I don't want to take pictures. I don't want to shop. And for women, when you don't want to shop, it's real.
It is. And I've been there and I've done that, so I can relate.
Yes, it's real. It's kind of like, yo, I don't want to go in this dressing room because it's depressing.
Right.
I don't want to buy new clothes a size up.
Right.
And when you go in the dressing room, it's you in the mirror, right? It's you, the mirror, the clothes that you done picked out, and now you got to try them on. You're looking at yourself, and the stuff you done chose is too small.
Right.
And that's the realest thing you ever felt. When you go in that dressing room and the outfit that you thought was going to be so cute on you don't fit.
And let me just piggyback and say something to you, or you in the audience. You
Yes.
can lie to yourself, but the mirror doesn't lie to you.
Right.
Okay? The mirror is your friend, and you just don't want to accept it.
Right. So now what do? Do you take that moment to decide to get out of your own way and make a decision to change your life? Or do you decide to get angry, put the clothes back, walk out the store and say, forget it? What's your decision? It's up to you, because only you are standing in your own way, right? It's as simple as making a decision. It's as hard as being consistent and committed to executing that decision and showing up for yourself, because commitment is self-love.
Right.
Commitment is self-love. In commitment, you decide to be dedicated and you decide to be disciplined. And discipline builds a regimen, and it shows up in 30, 60, and 90 days.
That's true.
So, are you going to be committed, or are you going to be defeated?
And what is it going to take for you to be committed? That's another thing too.
Right.
But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this message.
Lady K Enterprises are now licensed in the state of Pennsylvania and New York to help you with your insurance needs from auto, homeowner, life insurance, and home security. For additional information, please text the word insurance to 844-446-5374. Again, for additional information, please text the word insurance to 844-446-5374.
You said so much. You said a mouthful. I didn't even want to interrupt you, but I do want to say this because you said something so profound, and we were talking about the food because a lot of people say, oh, it's hereditary. And like you said, no, it's not. It was the lifestyle that, that our going back from our ancestors to our ancestors of how we eat. But here's another thing too. It's not just the food we eat. It's how we prepare the food, because the same foods that we eat in, if we prepare it differently, it will have a different outcome. So yes, we do love our fried chicken, but how about, putting a little bit of breadcrumbs and just baking it in the oven? So we do like the candy yams. How about just baking it in the oven with just plain and no butter and no sugar? Because it's possible, but you have to train yourself. That's the key thing. People don't want to retrain themselves. Let me tell you something. And I'm not perfect and I'm not a health guru or nothing, but I learned a couple of things over the years. I trained myself to drink tea without sugar for the past 10 years. No sugar and no honey. And most people look at me like, ew, like, what's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me, but I slowly did it. And let me tell you, Samara, over the past 9-10 years, I finally got to a place where I just eat plant-based and fish. It took me a long time to get here. It took me almost 20 years to get here, but I got it, and I did it slowly. And it's okay. At least I finally got it, because some people never get it. And that's the key thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is why her and I are here today, to talk to you, because we need you to get it. We need you to take this seriously. You cannot say that you want generational wealth for your kids and your grandkids and then don't be there for them. At least get to see a little bit for it. But that just talks about going back to your health, because you can have all the money in the world, but if your health is not intact, how long are you going to be here on this earth?
Exactly. I seen something yesterday that said you can make 7 figures a year, but what is 7 figures if you can't enjoy it fruitfully and be the best version of yourself and show up every day healthy and committed to making more money, being in better health, right?
Absolutely.
And it's so true, because us as a community, we have to do better.
Absolutely.
We have to do better, because things like Popeye's chicken sandwiches get notoriety, right? We sell out the Popeye's chicken sandwich, but when we talk about health and wellness, it's kind of like, well, let me check the ingredients. Well, let me see this. Let me research that. Did you research what Popeyes put in their chicken sandwich? I don't think you did. Oh, well, it's too hard. It wasn't too hard to put the weight on. So why is it so hard for you to put the weight off? It's just that you're not ready to commit. Don't say it's too hard. Just admit what it is. You'd rather be not disciplined enough to commit to loving yourself better.
Absolutely. I agree with
People
you.
don't want to admit that part, because that's a reality check for you when you have to admit that you're the one to blame and nobody else.
Right.
That
And
weight nobody didn't drop that weight off in your body.
Right. And you want everybody else to keep woo, and you. Nobody got time for that. It's 2020.
Exactly.
Woo. Remember that?
Right.
But, yeah, people that's older than the 90s, you probably don't get that. But me and Samara get that.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. And one more thing I wanted to say too, that you said something about, people that's on plant-based diets, and sometimes they hit their plateaus and they're not understanding like what else they need to incorporate into their diets. Listen, I'm tired of people saying, I don't like going to the doctors for whatever misconception that you heard. But I want to tell you this. It is very imperative for you to make that appointment with your doctor. You know why? Because your doctor can order the blood work. And guess what? They can order and they can see your levels, what you need more of and what you need to decrease of. And that's important. So I hate when people say, this is why they say, let me go back. This is why they say any real fitness trainer or anyone that's in fitness, they will say consult with your doctor first before you go into a health plan. It is imperative. Why? Because again, your doctors can tell your levels. He can tell you what you need to increase, and you can find that in the foods. You can even find that in the natural herbs that's here available for you. So please, I want people to get out of that misconception. I hate the doctors. No. I understand to a certain degree with the medication being shoved down your throat, but no, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you're coming there for. You have to know that you have to set the tone, because yes, they can probably introduce, oh, well, you can try to take this pill and you can say, no, I don't want that. But it is at least important for you to know your levels so you can know how, like Samara said, how to eat. Because a lot of us wasn't taught how to properly eat, and because your body needs certain foods in order for you to lose that weight and for you to maintain that weight. Am I correct?
Right. So let me double back on that. You have to be educated enough to know what to request from your doctor. Right. Don't go into the doctor's office and let him or her or the physician convince you of something that wasn't your intention, right? They are available to do these things, and they can basically tell you how to eat based on your blood type also. Right. Because your blood type often tells what deficiencies you have naturally and where you need to intake more nutrition. Now, the doctors don't promote that part, because what does that do? That's prevention. Right. They don't. So you have to be educated enough to go into these offices and command the services that are available to you. Absolutely. And go say, listen, I want to start a health plan for myself. I need to know, for you to read my blood, because that is part of your yearly checkup, right? For them to take your blood, right? But request different things from them when they take that blood. Right. Don't allow them to tell you that, well, this is your blood levels, they're okay. Okay, they're okay on your chart. Now, here's the questions I have for you. And go into that doctor's office with a list of what you need or what you feel like you need. Listen, your body will tell you what you're lacking. You just got to listen to it. Right. You just got to listen to it. So if you're tired and sleepy all the time, you need to tell your doctor that. Listen, I'm tired and sleepy all the time. I get X amount of hours of sleep. This is what I'm eating. When you read my blood levels, please tell me what I'm lacking. Do I need more iron? Do I need more protein? Do I need more omega-3s? What do I need more so that I can get my energy levels up? Because my food is my fuel. Right. Just like you put gas in a car to run the car, you put food in your body to run your body. Now, you're not going to put diesel engine in your gas car, right? Because what's that going to do? Break down the car over time. So by you putting these processed foods and these highly saturated foods with oils and fats and salt and sugars, you're running your body down over time. I don't feel it now. Well, you're not going to feel it now, but you will feel it in 10 years if you continue to eat that way.
Right, but you just hit it on the nail. That's so, see, a lot of people don't know also too, because sometimes they say, well, how can I lose the weight? Because you're not realizing that salt intake is
Yes.
that does so much.
Sodium holds on to water.
Yes.
So by you taking all this sodium, which is in processed foods, it's in the bacons, it's in the deli meats,
Yep.
anything that has preservatives in it is high in sodium. So you're taking all this sodium in, and so what are you doing? You're retaining a lot of water weight.
Right.
You're retaining a lot of water weight. So you need to understand that by you retaining all this water, you're not losing. And when you start eating healthy, let me take you this. When you get on a health program, right, and you start eating healthy, when that first week, if you do it and be consistent with your meals and your water intake, the first thing you're going to lose is water weight. Why? Because you've been holding on to it. Then the next thing you're going to lose is the fat. So the water weight comes out first if you do it correctly.
Right.
So on my health regimen, we teach people to transition their life, right, towards a healthy, active lifestyle. We want you to transition your life, not do a diet, because that doesn't work long term. We want to show you how to eat and exercise properly so that you can get to your body goals and be #body goals, as they say. You can be your own body goals and you can retain those results over long term.
So question for you, because you was just telling a little bit about your services. So do you actually train people, physically? Like, do you actually work out with them?
No, I do not work out with them. I do most of my business online. I'm transitioning into a physical space now. Once it opens, I will give you guys all the details. But in that facility, we will be doing what you just said. We will be doing weekly fit camps, different activities inside of that space, as well as incorporating the nutrition. So it'll be both. But right now, most of my services are online. I do everything online. So what I do is I equip you with a program based on your budget and your needs. Because we discuss what your goals are, right? You come in, you tell me what your goals are. You tell me your current weight. You tell me what the weight that you want to achieve, and in what time span, so we can be realistic about how you can get those goals.
That's awesome. And if people wanted to get in contact with you, how can they reach you?
Actually, you can reach me on Facebook. You can add me on Facebook, if not on Messenger, because I do have a lot. I think my Facebook friends are tapped out. But Samara Hill is my name on Facebook. And then my Instagram is Revelations. That is my personal Instagram, but my business Instagram is Exquisite Nutrition. And Exquisite Nutrition is spelled EXQUISITE_nutrition. NUTRITION.
Thank you so
So
much.
that's exquisite_nutrition. And my Revelations is spelled like Revelations in the Bible, but it ends with a Z, and instead of the E's is 3. So it's R3 V3 LATIONZ.
Thank you so much, Samara. That was very informative. Thank you so much, because there are a lot of people out there that are struggling. They need that help. So if you're located where?
I'm located in New York. So I'm in the Queens area is where my facility is currently. We're breaking ground next month to build out. But we will be doing pop-ups. So in Jamaica, Queens, we will be doing pop-ups. I also offer Wellness in the Workplace, which is a program where you can contact me. I can come to your workplace and we can give out samples. We can design a nutrition plan for the staff to do it together. We can host challenges with you guys, and we can bring you in the nutrition and do it actually live right there, and you guys can get it fresh. So if that's something that they're interested in, we also offer that. We also do shake parties. So if you want to do a party at home and you got friends and family and you guys all want to do it together, you can invite us out. We come to wherever you're located in the New York area between the 5 boroughs and Nassau and Suffolk County. We come out to you. You reach out to us. We come out to you. We bring you samples of the products. You guys try the products, and we discuss nutrition plans, and we give out free wellness evaluations. So basically what that is you tell us your goals. You tell us your current weight. You tell us your goal weight. We register your BMI, and we compute out a nutrition plan based on the information that you give to us.
Wonderful. You done said a mouthful. I think that's awesome to offer all those services. Thank you so much for excuse me, I can't even talk, my tongue tied. But thank you so much for providing that information. It's very crucial, and I hope by somebody that's listening today, you take action on your health and you be committed to yourself because you want longevity. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for tonight. I thank you again for tuning in. Continue to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Lady K Chat, and on my website at www.ladykenterprisesinc.com. And you have a wonderful night, everyone. And thank you so much to Miss Samara Hill for giving us all that vital information. Thank you, Samara.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me again. Shout out to the audience. Thank you for tuning in and listening.
Exactly. Thank you.